Action!
I wanted to automate repetitive tasks and give people their time back by limiting.
Power-hungry personalities?
You think that's what I am?
No. I think the opposite.
You think I don't like power?
I think you like to be told what to do.
There is a world where Babygirl is this year's version of Saltburn, an edgy psychosexual drama with a throwback soundtrack that feels vaguely ironic and scenes that leap off the big screen and land on social media as memes.
Don't drink that. I'm good girl.
Babygirl has all of that and, like Saltburn, has set tongues wagging. It will also attract the youngest audience a Nicole Kidman movie has seen since Paddington. But really, this film lands closer to Cate Blanchett's Tar, a film that also depicted a woman who uses her position of power to sexually exploit her underlings. I guess it's a positive sign that we've reached a point as a society where women can also be sexual predators in movies, even if in real life there's an overwhelming amount of evidence that suggests it's still almost exclusively perpetrated by blokes. But let's not get into the gender politics of Babygirl too deeply, because writer-director Halina Reijn certainly hasn't. Instead, she gives us a fairly superficially realised story about Kidman's high-powered CEO Romy embarking on a torrid affair with young intern Samuel, played by Harris Dickinson. Fun fact, this is not the first time Dickinson has been on the wrong side of a sexual power imbalance. Who could forget his performance in Triangle of Sadness as the plaything of Abigail the cleaner?
So what do you do?
Who becomes the most powerful member of a shipwrecked bunch because she's the only one who can light a fire on their deserted island. You could make the case that that movie did a better job of skewering gender roles and sexual politics by actually taking a position on the issue. And while Babygirl also dips its toe into examining the societal pressure on women around ageing and body image,
Want to stop?
a movie like The Substance dived in head first. Reign's film also adds a lot of unnecessary window dressing. Kidman's character refers to growing up in cults and gets regular EMDR therapy for the trauma, but this remains tantalisingly unexplored. Does it explain Romy's predation on Samuel? She certainly hints as much to hubby Jacob, who's played by Antonio Banderas, doing his best to give pathetic cuck vibes, which is not easy because he's frickin' Antonio Banderas. Then there's the small matter of Romy falling into the affair out of a desire to be submissive.
I'll do whatever you tell me to do.
Good girl.
And the weirdly awkward attempts by Samuel to fulfill those desires.
Did you order this?
Starting with, I tell you what to do and you do it.
Forget 50 Shades of Grey, this is 50 Shades of Cringe. There's not a single scene between Kidman and Dickinson that is as raunchy as Barry Keoghan's one-night stand with a plug hole in Saltburn. At one point, Romy and Samuel talk about a safe word. She chooses her husband's name, which, gotta be honest, is only slightly better than choosing your nana's name. And who knows why they even needed a safe word, because BDSM for these two clearly stands for boring, dull, sensible, and mediocre. So, does it mitigate Romy's status as a predator because she likes to be submissive? Are we supposed to feel less sorry for Samuel because he's the dom? It does contribute to a very sympathetic portrait of Kidman's character, who doesn't really suffer any real consequences for her behaviour. And that soundtrack is so literal, there's no way it can be ironic. Never Tear Us Apart by INXS. Father Figure by George Michael. Please, give me a break. All that said, there are some positives. For instance, you have to credit Kidman for being braver than most actors that get to her level in the industry. She's always pushed the boundaries, and Babygirl is no different. But let's not froth over the bravery too much, because I'd argue Emma Thompson in Good Luck to You, Leo Grand was braver and better. As for Dickinson, who is rightfully Hollywood's latest it boy, well, the future looks very bright for him, and Babygirl has only made it brighter. This movie is okay, it's certainly not spectacular. Babygirl gets 2.5 stars.